good news. This road actually goes about 5 kilometers up Copper Jug Creek. This is going to help me a lot. Now I just need this rain to stop. Oh, it feels so good to be back up in the Yukon, and I'm way overdue for a big hike, and I've got a very exciting one lined up that I've wanted to do for many years. I'm going to do the Donjek Route. It's about a 100-kilometer loop that goes through the mountains here in Kluane National Park. Normally, people park up at the northern trailhead, and they do it counterclockwise, but I'm going to do it backwards, not intentionally. I just didn't realize there was going to be such good parking here at the southern trailhead, so I'm going to load up my backpack, then I'll hide it in the bushes, then I'll drive around to the northern trailhead, find a place to park the van, then ride my e-bike all the way back around here, then I'll get started on it. Parks Canada estimates that the loop takes about 8 to 10 days to do, but I'm feeling confident I can do it in around 4, and it honestly might be better for me to do it backwards because starting out on the other end, the first thing you do is walk across this bushy tundra, which is all going to be soaking wet right now, whereas on this side, you start out on a dry creek bed, which I think will work much better for us. Even if I wanted to change my plans now and hike it in the direction that everybody does it, it's too late. I'm committed because I had to register my full itinerary with Parks Canada back in Haines Junction. If they have to send it to search and rescue, they need to know where to look first. And also, I want to do the e-biking part first, not last, because the nights have been chilly around here. And I know the cold weather has an effect on lowering the battery capacity, so I just want to make sure that the e-bike is doing the work and not the other way around. So I've got 5 dehydrated meal packs, 10 energy bars. I wish I had more chocolate, but I guess it didn't survive the drive out here. Then lots of this Starbucks Via instant coffee. Jerky, that's my sodium and protein intake. Mixed nuts, and this really sweet and tasty pecan pie. Mixed nuts, really like that stuff. And this is all Rocco's food. I made sure to pack a bit extra in case, worst case scenario, I have to eat it. Well, the sun's out, that's promising. Things will start to dry up for me, but I was really tempted to get started on this route tonight. But in the end, I think staying another night in the van, staying cozy, not having to worry about bears attacking me, it's more valuable, so I'll go with that, and we'll get started on this adventure first thing tomorrow morning. Alright, I think we're ready. Let's go have an adventure. Rocco's hiking style is full throttle, grease lightning, burn the candle at both ends until you got nothing left. Come on, buddy, have a lift. You got a long way ahead of you. ready, buddy? Let's go. Let's do it. And away we go. I'm excited for this. I'm so glad I got a weather window. The last couple times I came up to the Yukon haven't been so lucky. There's a bit of rain in the forecast, but I think I can handle it. It'd be great if I could bag a summit up here while I'm at it. It was snowing a couple days ago. The peaks all got dusted. We'll see what we can do. I'm not sure if I should throw my boots back on. Chances are I'll be in and out of that creek all morning long. I'm only like 2 kilometers into this. I already don't want it to end. I wish this would just go on forever. That being said, I have heard of this thing called through hiking that people really enjoy, but I don't think that'll ever be my scene. I feel like with that, there's just a lot of time spent connecting the dots and covering the distance. I like these tight routes, like 4 or 5 days, where you're just in it and everything is spectacular. I'm not showing my bare feet on camera. That'll take the comment section into some treacherous territory real quick. I'm just following a random GPS track that I found on the internet, putting my blind trust in it. I just got to keep following this up until I reach the Duke River, which I'm told is a significant river crossing. Some people had some troubles with it recently. It's maybe like thigh deep in really fast moving water. Just have to search around until I can find a braided section. I think I just crossed into the national park here, so I should leash up this wild beast. Okay, buddy, let's go. There's bits and pieces of trail through here, but I mean, this is a wilderness route. You kind of have to figure it out as you go. Just down at the bottom of this hill will be the Duke River, and we'll see what we're up against. Holy smokes, look at all these blueberries. This is unreal. That's not so bad. It was just knee deep there, but I definitely wouldn't want to cross it as a single channel. This is not the time or place to be a daredevil. I mean, if you do something like that, you at least have to be able to survive. Post it up on social media for those likes. Some frost on my boot. It's like gonna be another beautiful day though. There's rain in the forecast around 6 o'clock today. So had myself a good nightmare last night of being attacked by a bear. That's always fun. But I got a story to tell. After over a decade of being out in the wilderness, it finally happened to me last week. I was out e-biking on a deactivated forest road, and I was going a good pace. I came around this blind curve, and next thing I knew, I was within 20 feet of a grizzly and 2 cubs. My first reaction was to pull a quick U-turn and just gun it out of there. But those little wheels on my e-bike, they don't handle sharp turns very well, and I just jackknifed it a little too far and laid it down on its side. So my only option was to stand my ground, and the bear instantly started charging at me. It got within about 10-15 feet, and I sprayed it, hit it dead in the face, and it worked. It turned around and ran away. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to record any of that on camera, but later on in the day, as I was heading back down the road, I ran into it again, and I recorded that part. It was much further away from me, but it did another little charge. I just had to yell at it at that time and ran away. Yeah, it shook me up a little bit. It was scary, and hopefully that's the first and last time it ever happens. So this is Atlas Creek. I got to go up this for about 6 kilometers. It's a long climb up to around 2,100 meters at the pass, going way up into the sky, probably be in the snow as well. If I can get over this today and down to the Donjek Glacier tonight, I will be pleased with myself. Absolutely gigantic wolf tracks here. Rocco for comparison. I had to take a pit stop there, get a second burst of caffeine in me. It's going to start to get steep now as I go up Atlas Pass. If you're watching this video and you've already hiked the Donjek the regular way, your back would have been turned on all this scenery, so this video is going to be like a brand new experience for you. So up there, that's where I'm going. The Yukon, it just never stops being beautiful. So that should be the hard part done for today. Now I have to contour around to Expectation Pass over there. It said on the Donjek description this is a popular route, but what does that actually mean? Like 20 people do it per year? In most places eventually, like stomp down a footpaths, start to emerge in the grass, but there's nothing here. And I have my doubts I'm gonna run into anyone else while I'm out here. Also, like, summer is over in the north. On my way up the Stuart Cassiar, there was so much traffic headed south. People got to get back to their lives, but for me, the adventure never ends. There would have been a huge glacier here. That's what all the mounds are. But these formations are interesting. Maybe like glacial clay was going down into the crevasses and just glued all these rocks together. What a nice area this is right here. No signs of bear either. If only I was setting up camp right here. Seems like every night without fail, I just wind up in the middle of an angry beehive full of bears, and I just lay there completely spooked all night long. I've heard of these people who do 100 miles in a day, so I'm sure somebody has come out here in their skimpy little shorts and crushed this out in a day. I feel like 4 days is reasonable, but I can also understand why people would want to take longer. Just soak it in. Almost to the high point on Expectation Pass now. Should get a good viewpoint of Donjek Glacier up here. Getting excited and also hungry. Just need to find some water so I can make some dinner. What a dream to finally make it out here after all these years and see it firsthand. Can't describe how lucky I feel to call Canada home, and just the scale of how much there is here. Even right now, I'm just scratching the surface. If I was able to walk 90 kilometers out this ice field, I'd reach the highest mountains in Canada. It's unbelievable. Oh, what a sight to wake up to. There were a few really loud crashes last night as the glacier was calving. I'm not complaining though. It was actually kind of exciting. Like, how often do you get to sleep in a place like this? It's as loud as thunder though. This terrain is just so rugged. Trying to pick a path across here is no walk in the park. Actually, it is a walk in the park, isn't it? The national park. And I thought I read on their website that a little over 1,200 meter gain total on this route, but somehow I'm already sitting at 1,800 meter gain, and I got another big mountain pass to go over. Either I read that wrong, or their estimate is way off. The jokesters. So this morning I'll hike about 10 kilometers north up this valley. I think a lot of people choose to stay up on top of the riverbank, but I feel like there's a lot of up and downs through there and the ground is all spongy. So I'm gonna choose the river bed. Feels like a good choice. So now I'm out on the main wide open channel of the Donjek River. I'm gonna try to follow this route 5K, turn a right for Hose Pass. That plan was foiled. The river just smashed up against this side of the valley and I can't hike up there, so I'll have to take the forest route instead. So this is day 3 now, being out in the wilderness. I'm still enjoying the solitude, but I mean, at some point I gotta go back into town, have some human interaction, or else stuff will start to degrade into loneliness. That's a bad place to be. You can get trapped there. These people who go years alone out in the wilderness, I think that's a superpower characteristic that you have to be born with. I feel like I've increased my tolerance a bit over the years, but I agree, life is better when shared with the right people. Rocco's good people though. Glad to have her along. There is actually a horse trail through here, so I have to follow this line. It'll take me to where I need to go. I just met a really nice couple headed that way. They said Hooge Pass is a decent challenge. I'll try to get most of the way up it this evening, and it looks like it might be possible to do a mountain summit up there. So if the weather's like this again, I'd do it as a side quest tomorrow. So this morning I left all my gear back down there at the junction. Gonna do an adventure within an adventure, a side quest to try and get up Wade Mountain. What a majestic valley this is. Hidden gem. If it wasn't for this summit idea, might have just walked right on past this. Never would have known. I've been eyeing up potential summits along this whole route, and this is the first one. It looks like a sure deal. My effort's going to be rewarded. It's not a huge mountain, it's only about 2,200 meters, but hopefully it gives me a good view looking back down on the Donjek Glacier. And maybe, just maybe, if it's clear enough, I can see Mount Logan. So critical to find these sheep tracks leading up the mountain. Creates the perfect staircase that I'm not flailing around in this scree. Well, I made it all the way to the top, all with a tiny little pebble in my boot that pokes my foot every time I take a step. Can kind of see the glacier over there. But yeah, I'm not up nearly high enough to see Mount Logan. All these peaks across there are above 3,000 meters. But I don't know what it is, what takes these mountains to like the highest level of beauty. But yeah, I can't even understand it. This is magnificent. And my van is way out there somewhere, I think around another 35 kilometers to reach it. I should get there tomorrow night. So I'm trying to cover another 10 kilometers this afternoon, and have an easy stroll back to the van tomorrow. But like I said, the scale of it out here, I mean, it just hits the spot. I feel like I'm experiencing life to the fullest. Just pure enjoyment. Even though it's a difficult route, I'm not concerned, I'm not stressed out. Just Just having a good time. This whole way up through this canyon has been amazing. I don't know if this is a standard route. I just found a random trek on the internet that took me here. But I think that's all the climbing required, mostly downhill to the van now. We're almost finished. I don't want it to end. Why? I keep saying I don't want this trip to end, but I want this part to end. This is awful. Trying to go across this hummocky tundra. It's all soft and spongy. Ground is all uneven. For the first time on the trip, there's mosquitoes here too. But one positive, there are tons of blueberries across here, and I keep stopping to snack down. I think another 2 kilometers and I'll hop onto this old mining road and hopefully conditions will improve. So this is the mining road. It looks like good hiking. It's actually like a raised surface, but I'm gonna rush to get my tent set up and get out of these mosquitoes. Good night, Rucko. Trying to wake up and get moving before the mosquitoes do. Just a quick inventory on my food situation this morning. I think this will be enough to get me back to the van, so I had a little bit extra. I feel like I did a good job with that. So this morning I got about 15 kilometers of this roadbed to cover. Maybe like 3 or 4 hours to reach my van. Not much to see, just a bush tunnel, so I'll put on a podcast and step it out. Yeah, the Donjek. Had a blast. It's a wild ride. Glad I got a summit. It's kind of like the icing on this meat cake of a route. I'm going on day 5 of beautiful weather. Feel like I've won the lottery. Not gonna lie, this is some mighty fine, tedious distance to cover. Oh man, it requires stimulation. Someone told me the Appalachian Trail is known as the tree tunnel. I just I just could not survive. I think true long distance walking, that's another superpower characteristic, and I do not have it. I just got some cell service, so I double checked Parks Canada website, and it does say elevation gain 1,234 meter. But maybe that's a joke. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the kind of combination an idiot would put on their luggage. But yeah, I'm just sitting under 4,000 gain total right now. Had I not done that summit, maybe around 3,100 total. I don't think it matters which way you do the route either, because both trailheads are sitting at around the same elevation. But yeah, it's probably my fault. Old naive Forsty didn't actually do any planning. I just downloaded a GPS track and went for it. Feels really good to be back home again, but what a spectacular route that was. Highly recommended. Just keep in mind that it is really difficult. I'm shattered. I'm filthy. I got to go pick up my e-bike and try to get my life back together again. But thanks for watching. It was really fun to share this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. No, I'm not going to show my bare feet on camera. That'll take the comment section into some treacherous. But like at some point, I gotta go back into town and have some dinner. Come in. Had myself. Wow, that looks really dirty. Actually, it is a walk in the park, isn't it? It's a national park. I thought I wed?